Stampers, Rose Coleman, independent demonstrator from Canada. Back again today, joining you with a video featuring a new stamp set in the Occasions catalog called Beautiful Day. I love this stamp set. It has some great solid line images that we can do so many techniques with. The flower and the butterfly. There's an always thinking of you and a happy birthday greeting. I know this one I'm going to be using a lot. So let's get started. I have a couple of things I want to show you today using our blends markers. First thing I'm going to do is pull in my butterfly stamp and ink it up with Bermuda Bay. And I have here a piece of Whisper White cardstock that measures 3.5 by 3.5 inches. Okay, so I'm just going to come down over, hopefully my head's not in the screen. And I'm just going to stamp straight down and straight up, no rocking. Voila, there's my butterfly in Bermuda Bay. And I'm also going to go ahead and stamp my greeting, I might as well. So I'm going to use my other favorite color, Melon Mambo. And I'm actually gonna make this a always thinking of you card. You can always find someone that you're always thinking of and send them a nice card. It just makes their day to know that you were thinking of them. There we go. Now I'm going to bring in my blends. Now I've stamped in Bermuda Bay, so I think I'm going to use a slightly lighter shade to color my butterfly. So I'm going to use the Stampin' Blends in the Pool Party color. So you can get the light Pool Party and the dark Pool Party. So this is how I like to blend. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. So my favorite way to blend is to blend. I put a little bit, I would actually take this butterfly and do each section at a time, okay? So I would start with the dark and I'd add a nice layer on the outside. And while it's still wet, I want to bring in my light color and I'm going to add some light. And I'm going to just do another section and show you. And then I will finish up coloring and you'll see the final product in a few seconds. So the reason you want to do this in stages like this, in little sections, is because it's alcohol and the alcohol dries. So if you were to color it all together and then try to go back over, it wouldn't blend as well because your alcohol would be dried. So you lose that blending effect. So let me pause and I'll come back with my completed butter. Okay, so I'm happy with my butterfly. I have some light and dark shades of Bermuda Bay, or sorry, Pool Party going on there. So it really makes the butterfly look pretty, I think. Okay, so let's go ahead and finish the card. So I have a piece of Melon Mambo Cardstock that is cut 8.5 by 5.5, and I've scored it at 4 1/4. I'm going to bring in a piece of our Picture Perfect DSP, Designer Series paper from the Occasions catalog. I just love this Designer Series paper. It has pictures, actual picture images on one side, and the other side has a more just a design. So we're going to use just the design today, because it has the Bermuda Bay and Pool Party kind of colors in it. I love black with Melon Mambo, so I'm going to bring in a piece of basic black that measures 3.5. Get my fast fuse going here. 3.5 by 3.5 inches square. And I'm going to mount that. I'm just going to offset it a little bit on an angle. And then I can put my butterfly image down. Now I forgot to mention, when you're coloring with the blends, you want to make sure you protect your surface because the alcohol can go through. Because you can see the back of my cardstock here, it's going through a little bit. But you just don't want that on your nice wood dining room table, for example. So just protect your surface when you're stamping. So there's my card. Now I do need to embellish. I like to put some kind of an embellishment on. So I'm going to bring in these are the in color, I forget what they're called. They're in color shapes, and they come in all kinds of different colors. I think it's powder pink, or sorry, flirty flamingo, peekaboo peach, and there's dapper denim. And I've used up some of these, but I'm looking for the hearts. Okay, so I have a couple of hearts here. Let's see, I've got 2 of the flirty flamingo, but that doesn't really go with my color scheme. So So that's okay, because what I want to show you is when you use your blends, you can actually use your blends to color. I'm just going to zoom in so you can see what I'm doing here. So I'm going to color my accents with my blends. I'm using the dark Bermuda Bay. I'm just going to color in my heart. And because it's alcohol, it will dry fairly quickly. And I just don't want to touch it too. I'm just going to touch up that spot where I had my finger, because that'll probably come off. Yeah, it did come off on my finger. Okay, so now to attach this to the card, you want to use glue dots. So I'm going to take my embellishment and stick it onto the glue dot, just like that. And then when I lift it up, I'm just going to take my paper piercer. Let's show you what I'm doing here. Sorry, no, it's pretty close. I'm just going to kind of curl that glue dot back a little bit so you can't see it when I put it on my card. Sorry for the close-up image there. We'll zoom out again. Yeah, so there we go. So you just want to get that glue dot on the back and just kind of smooth it out so that you can't see it. And even when you get it on your card, you can kind of smush it down so that you can't see the glue dot. Because on the black cardstock, you're going to notice it. If you're like me, you don't want to see that. Maybe it won't bother you, but I'm just going to curl mine a little bit here. And the glue dots are super, super sticky, so you don't have to worry. They're not going to move on you. And there we have it. There's my card. Always thinking of you with the accents. So you can use the blends for coloring your cardstock. You can also use it for coloring your embellishments. So I hope you liked my video today. If you want to order any of these supplies, you can visit my website, stampingwithrose.com, and click on the little shopping cart, and you will see all the blog posts for today. You'll see all of the item codes if you want to order any of these, and I will send you a fun thank you. Only people in Canada that can shop from me, so thank you in advance if you're considering purchasing any of these products. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.